Given Uncle Sam's out-of-control spending since the arrival of COVID-19 '84, you can bet your bottom dollar that they'll be coming after you to foot this skyrocketing bill. But fortunately, there are solutions, like moving to a lower tax state. I'm Sovereign Man analyst and writer Joe Jarvis. Like this video, join the discussion in the comments, and please subscribe and hit that little notifications bell so that you'll be notified anytime new content comes out. Tired of paying sky-high taxes? You do have options. There are only two certain things in life: death and taxes. But given the advent of remote work across many employment sectors, chances are that you can do your job from practically anywhere. So if you're tired of being overtaxed in your home state, keep watching. In this video, we'll delve into the best low-tax states in the US. Taxes are already high, and they're about to get even higher. Higher and higher taxes have enabled governments to grow more powerful, and high earners have been hit the hardest. If that's you, then between local, state, and federal taxes, it's likely you're handing over half or more of your earnings to the government. And that comes with a huge opportunity cost. Each dollar that's sucked into the government coffers means less capital available for individual spending, saving, investing, hiring, or building new businesses. And most governments are not about to shrink in size anytime soon, especially in this post-pandemic world. In the bureaucrats' and politicians' eyes, the crisis continues indefinitely. And that means governments now have a mandate, in their view, to spend money that doesn't exist and raise taxes to try to make up for budget deficits. What Uncle Sam has in store for you in 2021 and beyond. In mid-March 2021, the new US federal tax plan was rolled out. It's covering the whole gamut, and it's hammering high-income earners especially. If kept in its current form and passed by Congress, we could see the corporate tax rate increase from 21% to 28%, higher income taxes on families earning more than $400,000 per year, a higher capital gains tax rate for individuals earning $1 million or more per year, a change in tax preferences for pass-through businesses, i.e. limited liability companies, LLCs, and partnerships, an expanded estate tax. But wait, there's more. Some states could potentially hike state taxes too. For example, in New York State, there's a proposal to raise $7 billion by taxing wealthy residents. Here's what the Empire State is proposing: a new capital gains tax increase of 1% on individuals earning more than $1 million annually, an increase in estate tax, death tax, from 16% to 20%, a progressive state tax on individuals with a second home in New York City, an 18% surcharge on corporate franchises, utilities, and insurance companies, and the reinstatement of a minimum business tax on corporate capital. Factoring in local New York City taxes, high-income residents would pay the country's highest combined income taxes. These individuals, representing only 5% of filers, account for over 60% of the state's revenue. As long as moving to lower tax states is possible, some people will move, along with their capital and, in some cases, their businesses. People are not staying planted. They're voting with their feet. Wealthy New Yorkers are already hightailing it out of Manhattan. Some are moving to Florida, with a concentration in the Miami area, which is quickly becoming a new high-tech and finance hub. Data from 2021 reveals that 9% of former Manhattanites moved to Miami-Dade and Palm Beach. Last year, that number was 6%. Texas is another popular destination for high-income earners from New York and California. In late 2020, Tesla CEO Elon Musk moved to Austin, Texas from California, and Tesla is building a factory there. Musk is not alone. The CEO of file-sharing company Dropbox has joined Elon in Austin, and companies like Hewlett-Packard and Oracle are leaving the Bay Area for Texas too. Florida and Texas are no-brainer options for these companies and wealthy individuals. Both have strong economies and no income tax. Of course, you don't have to be a billionaire to enjoy those perks, and you don't have to limit yourself to Texas or Florida. There are 9 states that have no state income tax: Alaska, Florida, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, and Wyoming. Or how about a 4% corporate tax and 0% capital gains and dividends tax? If you're considering a move from, say, California to Texas for the tax benefits, why not also consider Puerto Rico's amazing tax incentives? Puerto Rico is a territory of the US, but if you move there and establish bona fide residency, then you become subject to the island's tax system. In other words, US federal tax rules largely won't apply to you. The first incentive is Puerto Rico's 4% corporate tax rate. This is enshrined in Act 60, Chapter 3, previously known as Act 20, the Export Services Act. If you own a business or work as a contractor who provides a service to clients outside of Puerto Rico, then you can incorporate in Puerto Rico and enjoy this tax benefit. Plus, thanks to Act 60, Chapter 2, previously known as Act 22, the Individual Investor Act, if you are a trader or investor, your capital gains are also tax-free. Under the Export Services Act, you'll still need to pay yourself a reasonable salary, which is subject to federal payroll taxes and Puerto Rico's income tax. But reasonable in PR is often much lower than in the US mainland. Puerto Rico is one of the only options for US citizens to legally escape most federal taxation. If you'd like more information on this topic, check the links in the description. You can also download our free report on the best places to live in Puerto Rico. The bottom line is it's 2021 and you're not a medieval serf tied to the land where you were born. And with the rise of remote work in 2020, chances are you finally have the opportunity to head to greener pastures and save big on taxes. So don't wait until your tax situation gets worse before you take action. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check the links in the description for more information on everything we talked about here.